So, welcome back, and here we are going to discuss the CA final RTP for the May 26 attempt. And yes, see, we have two options. Okay, so either we go directly to the question, say the answer, and go. Second, like in the exam, how to think, how to approach. These are the two options. So I thought, since you guys have joined, we can, what you say, we can discuss like for the exam. But for that, I need your support. So can we continue? Okay. Yes, that's what. See, if you see our RTP, the first part, you can see on the screen, right? The first part says about the academic update or the amendment. Okay. So the amendment is ditto, same as in our January 2026, same update with respect to audit of NBFC, with respect to professional ethics, same ditto amendment. So if any one of you have missed the amendment of Jan 26, it's there in the YouTube. You can refer, and the notes is there in the website to download. Okay, so I'm not spending much time on the amendments because there is nothing new other than which was already said in Jan 26. Okay, so let's directly start with the questions. Okay, so first part is, as always, multiple choice. In that, they have given, watch out, the big integrated MCQ. So, as you already know, whenever there is an MCQ, what is our approach? We will directly go to the questions and then read back the case study. Now, at times, students make a small mistake, which I feel, okay, this is the question. We know, no need to read the passage. But guys, it's always safer to read the passage because there might be some relevant points. Okay. So, guys, if you promote, let's start. Can we start? Okay. Now, going with the first question. Considering the facts given in the case scenario, which of the following statements correctly describes reporting responsibility relating to revaluation of plant and machinery under CARO 2020? And also, where is plant and machinery in CARO? CARO, there are totally 21 clauses. Can you guys reply which clause of CARO deals with plant and machinery? I mean, relating to plant and machinery. It is para 3 of CARO. Now, which clause? Clause number 1. So, this question is related to chapter number 7, reporting. Now, before you read the options, it's always better to go back to the case study. Can you see the case study? Where is plant and machinery? Can you please see? Here. Question 1. Can you read that relevant passage? How did I scroll so fast? Because I saw plant and machinery. For the exam also do like this. During the year 30th December, company revalued its plant and machinery, including the leased and right of use. The revaluation was out of registered valuer using the replacement cost method. The net carrying amount of class increased from 4 to 4.45, that is increased by 11.25%. Surplus is 0.45. Now, my question is whether you need to report under CARO or not. Come on, let's revise. In clause 1, they say under subclause B, whenever revaluation, there is a plus or minus by how many percent? Plus or minus by how much percent? 10%, it should be reported. So can you read the option and say which is the correct option? Since revaluation relates only to CNC plant forming larger part and the surplus is recognized in other comprehensive income not required. Actually, it is required. So, not A. Auditor is required to report under Para 3 Clause 1D. Para 3 Clause 1D. Because revaluation resulted in increase by 10%, irrespective of number of asset revalue. Seems to be correct. Reporting under CARO 2020 is required only where revaluation is carried out entire block. Can you reply 10% plus or minus? Is it in the respective block or entire block? They don't say entire block in CARO. They say even if it is in the respective block. So no. And that asset is leased asset. They say leased asset. So they are saying in the last option, since the asset is leased and right of use only, no reporting. Can you say whether D or B, which is more correct? But if you see the CARO, they say including the leased asset, see 10% for each class. This is CARO 2020, my material I just showed you. So answer is not D. It is for each class. Even the leased asset right of use is also there. So can you say what is the final option? Option is D. I mean B for boy. But if first question is clear, can we go to the second? See, I'm not just saying, this is the option. I'm not just saying B and going. I'm saying why it is not A, C, and D, so that you will get more insights. Correct. ROU is also included. Now, can we go to second? Okay. In the context of clause 3 to B, that is para 3, clause 2. Can someone say what is clause 2? Clause 2 is inventory. In inventory, there are two subpoints A and B. Now let's read. Which of the following statement is most appropriate? Inventory. Now can you go to the case study in search of inventory? Hello, where is inventory? Here. Can you read this? DMC sanctioned a working capital of credit facility of 5.5 crores in the June, secured by current asset. Current asset means inventory, which was later on reduced to 4.5 crores. The outstanding balance as on 31st was only 3.9 crores. The sanction limit was reduced to 4.8. The quarterly statement drawing power were found to be quantitative. Management has disclosed. And before you reply, I'll show you inventory. This is the CARO inventory. There are 2 points, physical verification and 5 crores. When the sanction limit is 5 crores. Now in the case, how much was the sanction limit? Can you guys see and say? 5.5. But later on, during the year end, it was reduced to 4.8. Do you get the point? Do you need to report under CARO? Yes or no? Answer is, see, whether at any point of time during the year, whether at any point of time during the year, you saw that it is not just at year end. Now you can read the options and say which is the correct one. Reporting is not required because the outstanding balance is below 5 crore. The outstanding balance should be seen not at the year end at any point of time, as I showed you. So not A. Since the company's unlisted stock statement do agree with the books, CARO is not a mandatory. See, listed company, unlisted company, there is nothing like that. Caro is exempt for. And how many exemptions? 5. Bank, insurance, Section 8, OPC, small and private. There is no exemption as such unlisted. So this is also wrong. Now say C or D. The working capital limit excess of 5 crore was sanctioned at any time. The auditor is required to mention. See, in the question, they say it agrees. See, CARO 21 clauses, it has to be reported whether it is agreeing or not. Even if it is agreeing, you can take company audit reports. Even if it is agreeing, you have to report. So the answer is C. See, D option also read. Reporting is required only when there are material discrepancies. There are material discrepancies. Is it for stock statement or physical verification? Option 1 or option 2? Is it for stock statement discrepancy or physical verification? See, physical verification when there is a discrepancy. Stock statement, they don't say like that. So option D is also not correct. Are we clear? So can we go to third one? So going to the third one. What's the third one? What would be the auditor's responsibility for the reporting of unsecured loan as discussed? Can you please go to the case study? Where is unsecured loan? Here. Can you go to Q3? But I'm doing as if it for the exam, how you do. This is how you have to go in search of unsecured loan. On 1st January, Sinwar Limited granted unsecured loan of 2 crore to the joint venture. Mekong Infra Limited carrying an interest of 10% and repayable. At the year end, since the first installment due and no amount has been paid to the tune was outstanding. So a loan has been granted and one installment is due as on 31st March. Can you say which clause of CARO? Loan, 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 loan. Which clause of CARO, guys? Which clause? I'll give you option. Is it clause 3 or is it clause 9? See, clause 9 will come when you have taken the loan. Clause 9 is when you have taken the loan. Clause 3 is loans, advances, investment, guarantee, security. Loan which is given. But here we have granted the loan, right? So in the class I used to say 3 is the loan given and 9 is taken. When loan comes, these 3 and 9 you should think. Here it is granted, so clause 3. Now installment is overdue for how many days, guys? One installment is due. One installment is due means how many days? 30 days. Now check out loans and advances. This is clause 3 of CARO. I'm just showing the material, my material. See whether loans and advances have been provided to joint venture. Here it is joint venture. Whether terms and conditions are prejudicial. Whether repayments are regular. If it is overdue for more than 90 days, you have to report. Here, can you say, is it 90 days or below 90 days? Hello? Only one installment, na? So it has not met 90 days. Okay? So it is below 90 days. Less than 90 days. Very good. Now go to the option. Where's the option? Here. See, the auditor is required to report as the loan will be considered as NPA. Nothing related to that, that's bank audit. Auditor must report the aggregate amount of loan granted. However, reporting of default is not required. Wait, seems to be correct, but wait. Since the borrower is a joint venture and not subsidiary, reporting under SMA, special mention account, again it's for bank. For a bank, arrow is not applicable. Negative operating cash flows of joint venture automatically require to be reported. Nothing like that. So answer is, which is the answer, guys? It is B. One thing you take notice, default is required to be reported in clause 9 mainly, but here it is clause 3. In clause 3, they say when more than 90 days. So answer is B. La 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 la. Can I proceed to what one? Fourth one? Seda, all these questions were from CARO, which is chapter 7 reporting. All the three questions. Now comes a little of variety. BRSR. Which chapter, guys? Chapter 18, emerging areas. Can you read? What will be the BRISM and core responsibility for reporting under BRSR? When we hear about BRSR, anyone wants to say it's outside this question scope. Ethics, where they say about BRSR? Hello, ethics, where they say about BRSR? In ethics, they say under ESB decisions. Do you remember? We can give advisory, we can do assurance. We should not prepare BRSR if we are the auditor. Okay, that was just outside the scope of this question. Please say. Now, what is this company here? What is this company? Is it a listed company or what? Can you just go back and see? Where is the company? Here. Some chartered accountants were the auditors of a listed companies who falls under top 1000 listed entity. See, integrated reporting for the 500 and this is for BRSR for top 1000 listed companies. So here they prepared BRSR. However, audit of BRSR was not done by the auditor. The auditor did not do the audit assurance of BRSR. Auditor was not doing BRSR assurance. Now, can you read? Fourth one, options, guys. BRSR is ESG related matters and same does not fall under the scope of financial, hence should not verify the disclosure. Before even I go to the options further, can you say Namma? As a statutory auditor, even though if you're not giving assurance on BRSR, should you verify? Tell me in one word, yes or no. Answer is we should verify because as per SA 720, what is 720? Other information, BRSR will be given in annual report. Annual report and FS, you have to see whether there is any material inconsistencies. So you should see the BRSR to see whether there is any material inconsistencies. So they say need not verify, wrong. The BISMCO required to express a reasonable assurance. Nothing like that. In Companies Act, they are not saying nothing related to BRSR to give. That's not the answer. Although BRSR is outside FS, it is required under SA 720. So that should be the answer. But read the last point. Auditor is required to report compliance under CARO. Is there any CARO BRSR? CARO has going concern. CARO has CSR. The CSR is which clause of CARO? Gone. Which clause of CARO? CSR. CSR is clause number 20. But BRSR is not there. So answer is C. So last question. A. 21 is consolidated financial. I was asking CSR. CSR is 20. So last one. Hello, come on. So this was chapter 18, huh? The last one. I mean, this one. With respect to the Microsoft Power BI, ahaha, which chapter came to your mind? Power BI, Alteryx, Caseware, lot of things were there. Yeah. As a part of computer assisted CAT. So digital auditing, chapter 12. So yeah, with respect to Power BI, in identifying the high value transaction recorded non-business hours, which of the following represent the correct approach to be followed? The company is using Power BI, so directly let's read the option. The auditor may rely entirely on the outputs generated as it provides sufficient and appropriate evidence. See, even though companies using the Power BI automated, can you entirely rely? There are a lot of risk associated. You should not entirely rely. Wrong. The analytics may be considered as sufficient and appropriate evidence, no further procedure. The Power BI will do the trend analysis, etc. You can directly rely no further procedure. So basically, risk is high in automation. So you have to do further procedure. Let's say 315 risk assessment, 330 response. You have to perform more procedure. The auditor should use analytics output to identify unusual, thereafter perform additional. Since CARO does not mandate the use of data, the entire question is regarding CARO. They say CARO. Nothing in CARO related to Power BI or CAT. So the answer is C. You should take the data from the software, then you should see where is the deviation, perform more procedure there. So are you clear with the full case study, guys? If so, can we go to the independent MCQs? Hello, come on. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes rest after finishing all the MCQs. Let's go. Okay. So case scenario over. This is the independent MCQ. Bank audit. See, bank audit, there is something called as DTL. What is DTL? Demand time liabilities. So while calculating the DTL is, and you have to think from bank point of view, not from your point of view as a borrower. From bank point of view, this is chapter 14 bank audit. There are certain items that should be included in deferred, no. Demand and time liability, there are certain items to be excluded. If you see my material, same as in ICA only, there are certain items which are excluded from the DTL calculation. There are certain items which is included in DTL calculation. See, I'm not taking class, so let's discuss with concept. So can you please reply, even though you have not studied or even though if you have forgotten, just try to guess. I'm here to rectify. So while calculating the DTL, you observe the following. These 5 items, something they have included, something excluded. You are supposed to say, in computation of DTL, that is incorrect. So can you reply whether this is correct or not? Just say correct or incorrect. The net credit balance of branch adjustment account. But this is from this one only. From the branch adjustment account. See, branch adjustment account means it's part of this. So, correct or incorrect? In DTL, it should be included. Amount received from ECGC. Invoking the guarantee. So amount received means it's not part of the liability. So it should be excluded. They have done correctly. They wanted only incorrect. Amount received. It are received. Detail is demand and time liability. This is received. For sundry debtors, sundry deposits, they say specifically they should be excluded. So they said include, wrong. Unaccounted inward remittance on behalf of customers. So bankers are receiving something on behalf of customers, so they have to repay liability. So this should be included. Margins. Margins means you cannot use, you kept away. So that is also excluded, but they said included. So they asked which is incorrect. So the option is 3 and 5. They did not ask what all should be include or exclude. They said in the computation which is incorrect, they asked. Hello, can you reply? So the answer is very good. The answer is option D. Please go through, because in MTP 1, which we will discuss in next session, MTP 1 also, I have seen a similar descriptive question from DTL. Hello. So please mark it. And if you have not studied at the DTL, please go through the inclusion, exclusion logically. Similar question was there in MTP 1. Yeah, I remember. India wants to know, can I go to 7th? Ida, even though if you have not studied, I do understand. Please go through. Okay. What is 7th one? Here. An audit team was scheduled to conduct the year-end physical verification of inventory. Now, when you hear about inventory, what all will come to your mind? Just 1 minute outside your question. Caro clause 2 will come. SA 501 will come. AS and Ind AS will come. But guys, achicho, question is not that. However, due to unexpected travel restrictions, safety, auditors unable to visit the warehouse. So they wanted to use augmented reality. Watch out. This is the second MCQ from the same chapter, digital audit. I don't know. For those who have attended the class, they may agree. I've always said to them, don't leave digital audit. At least study for the MCQ. Haven't I emphasized many times? Hello, reply those who have attended. How many times I've said, even digital auditing for the batches I've taken, not lastly, towards the middle of the batch so that we won't omit. Please, guys, don't omit. Okay? Slogan. So there are 4 things now: using of drone, using of augmented reality, using of virtual reality, using of metaverse. Okay. So can you say how augmented reality would assist the auditor in the situation? Say augmented reality, we were saying about Pokemon. You remember? Can you reply which is the correct one? In augmented reality, a real environment with added elements. That time we were talking about that, that what you call Amazon. We were talking about lens cart, etc. Then about the interior decorator, etc. Example we were saying augmented reality. Pokemon Go. So real world with added elements, that seems to be correct, but wait. Step forward. Real world with touch and smell. Array, what is that? With the help of this, user can explore simulated words. It is simulated. You play the games in the malls, etc. with that, what you call, with that glasses. This is which one? Simulation is there. That is for the virtual realities. So not this. They have asked augmented reality. In captured, which is combined with the alternative source to optimize quality execution speed. That is again not augmented. So the answer is A. Augmented reality is real world. Virtual reality is a simulated one. So answer is A. Hello, I wanted to finish in 30 minutes. Come on, time is running. Can we go to the last question? This is the easiest one, I feel. Garman Associates were appointed as the auditor of an unlisted company for following observation. Observation 1. Major flood during the year damaged one of the warehouses, resulting in loss. Management has disclosed in the FS losses not so material. Observation 2. Due to the flood, certain transaction records were completely destroyed, no duplicate. Impact is material but not pervasive. So, under which heading you should report? Again, this is chapter 7 reporting. Now, can you reply? First one, where will you report the adequately disclosed? Na? So, EOMP. Second one, yeah, SA 706. Second one, where will you report the see unavailability of evidence, but it is not pervasive. So, qualified adverse disclaimer. Second one. Second one is yes, qualified. Why? Because it is not pervasive. If it is pervasive, you will go for disclaimer. So first one is emphasis, second one is qualified. So answer is A. That was simple, na? So with that, done. Can you reply, are you all okay with the MCQs?
It is MTP 1, mock test paper 1 for the upcoming May 26 examination. Okay, so I'll just share the screen. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can see the screen, right? Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So guys, without delay, let's go. The entire session we are planning, or I'm planning in such a way that it's like in the examination. In the examination, 30 marks is MCQ and 70 marks is descriptive. How will you approach in the exam? Same way we will go. So the first question. Now you can say, it's an individual MCQ, so you can read. Keep replying in the chat box. CA Isha has been appointed as statutory auditor for the financial year by Air Limited, which is on the verge of becoming SIC unit and has accumulated losses, but the said losses are not equal or exceeding the entire net worth as per the audited FS for the year 23-24. The audited accounts for the year 21-22, 22-23 were showing a liability for payment of undisputed audit fees, but were completely settled during the financial year 23-24. In terms of council guidelines of the relevant provision, which of the following is correct as per the scenario? Can you please let me know which provision came to your mind? Actually, this is relating to professional ethics, chapter number 19. Okay. So, do you remember one point in council guidelines? Whenever there is a correct council guidelines, there is a point. Whenever there is a undisputed fees, okay, you should not accept the audit except if it is a SIC unit. Now I wanted two answers. Is this a SIC unit? Can you reply, is this a SIC unit? This is at the verge of becoming sick. Not sick. It is only at the verge. And accumulated losses not exceeding. So it's not sick. But if it is not sick unit, can you accept the audit without fees being cleared? Answer is no. So now let me know which is the answer. Shall be deemed to be guilty as she accepted, would not be deemed to be guilty, would not be deemed to be guilty, shall be deemed to be guilty. Now let me know, then we'll discuss the answer. Guilty or not guilty? Before we choose the option, can you say, is it guilty or not guilty? And a guilty or not guilty? Let me know. Answer is, hello. No, 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 not guilty. Why? You are being appointed as auditor for which year? 2024-25. When they paid the fees, it was completely settled in 23-24. So before the appointment, the entire fees was cleared. That's correct. I always say whenever there is a date or year in the question, it may have some impact. So here they have given so much of years. So answer is, before your appointment, the entire dues is cleared. So you are not guilty. So not guilty, not guilty. So rule out. Now which not guilty? B or C? Can you say which one? Isha would not be guilty as she accepted appointment, which is at the verge. C. She has accepted the appointment, which is not sick unit and no unpaid fees, which is better option. B or C? Answer is C. Why? As on the date, there is no outstanding fees. From this, please learn one point. If there is a date or year in the question, at times it is irrelevant, at times it can have some twists and turns like this. Are we clear? If one is clear, can you say two? Let's go to the second question. First question answer is C. Second, this is very easy. This is from chapter number internal control, chapter number 4. Okay, now you read. Sambhav and Associate, a firm of chartered accountants, has been appointed as the auditor of a large manufacturing company. Sambhav, the partner, highlighted need of obtaining a comprehensive understanding of internal control, the major areas of purchase, sales, payroll, receivables. To accomplish this, team conducted discussion with the heads and they designed detailed, logically sequenced questions. Response of the same were formally documented by responsible executives so that they can serve as an evidence. Which of the following techniques were used? Totally, how many techniques are there to evaluate the control? From CA Inter, we learned this. There are totally four techniques. Narrative record, checklist, correct, questionnaire, flowchart. Here they say it's a sequenced questions. So it is either checklist or questionnaire. Who answered this? This was answered by the responsible executive of the company. Checklist is to be answered by auditing staff, whereas questionnaire has to be answered by the client staff. Here it is answered by executive of the company. Not only that, this is a comprehensive detailed. So can you say which is the answer? Very good. Answer is C. See, analytical procedure is SA 520, nothing to do with it. Flowchart is a pictorial representation, not this. Checklist is to be answered by auditing staff. So answer is C. If this is clear, can we go to the third one? Okay. So next is relating to, this is C. Next is relating to, by reading the option, you know, right? BRSR, chapter number 18, emerging area. How many principles are there total in BRSR? Totally, you have 9 principles. It is mandatory for BRSR is mandatory for top dash companies. How many companies, guys? Top 1000 companies. Integrated reporting is for integrated reporting, voluntary for 500 companies. Very good. Now let's read. EAT. EAT Limited is engaged in the manufacturing of packed foods, launched an advertising campaign. Okay, expand the shares. The campaign promoted the products 100% natural, completely risk-free, daily consumption. However, internal reports available with the company indicates certain ingredients used may pose health risk if consumed excessively. Despite this, company neither discloses such potential effects on the product's packing. So it's basically dealing with, even without, remembering, you can choose consumption, consumer. Whenever there is a product in the label, they should disclose. Which principle? Is it ethics? Is it environment? Is it stakeholders or consumers? Very easily you can select. Answer is very good, B. Regarding the value to the consumers in a responsible manner. Principle 9. Yeah, option B. So guys, these 3 were the individual MCQs. So if this much is clear, can we go to the case scenario? Hello. Okay. So whenever the case scenario comes, always I feel you have to go to the question first and then read back. Okay. So it's a big passage. Watch out. It's a very big passage. Now go to the questions first. And this approach we will follow in the exam. So same approach, how to follow in the exam, we will do it here. First one. Based on the financial data of the perfect industries, determine whether internal audit is required for the company. The same approach as in exam. So now go in search internal audit perfect industries. Can you please go through the question and let me know where is the perfect industries? Perfect. Where is perfect? Here. You saw? Now can you, question 4, right? Yeah. Can you go through and let me know whether internal audit is mandatory? At a chapter number 16, internal audit. At a section, please. Under section 138. Is a public company, private company, listed company? See, they say unlisted public company. Beginning they say unlisted public company. So how many conditions you see? For listed company, no conditions. For private company, 2. Kuta Sanita, 2 or 4? Very good. 4 conditions. Now see, paid up capital is within the limit, 50 crore below. Turnover, how much was the limit for turnover? 200, within the limit. Borrowing, how much was the limit? 100, within the limit. Deposits, how much was the limit, guys? 25, whereas it exceeded 25, 29. 4 conditions and a aura. Anyone exceeds internal audit is mandatory. So here deposit exceeded, so mandatory. So actually there is a flow, 25, 50, 100, 200. Other side you should know, deposit, paid up capital, borrowings, turnover. So here this has been exceeded. So now you can choose the option, I will wait. Which is the answer, guys? Not required. 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 Answer is C. The same approach you follow in the exam because time is very important. Next. Under which section of auditor's report Mr. Rajat needs to report in respect of excess remuneration paid to Mr. Amit? Can you go to MCQ and case study and search? Where is Amit? Amita, Rajata. Yeah. Here. While drafting the report under Section 143 of Companies Act, Mr. Rajat made a statement in respect of remuneration paid by the company to one of the directors, stating excess under Section 197. In the audit report, how many contents are there? I wanted to know how many contents in audit report. SA 700. Totally we have how many elements, guys? 14 elements are there. In 14 elements, where will you report law related matter? Section 197 exceeded under Section 143. Is it in other matter para? Is it in other legal requirements? Is it in qualified opinion? Or is it responsibilities of auditor? Where will you report? That's right. It's report on other legal and regulatory requirement. At an exam also, you search like this. I'm also searching with you for the first time. Are you clear? Okay. Okay, next one, guys. Sixth one. Based on the given information, compute. Always some question is there from Caro. Be careful. Most of the exam. Statutory dues to be reported under Caro. Hey, statutory dues. Which clause? Para 3, clause number? Very good. 7. Now, can you go to Caro? Here. Statutory dues. Where is it? Here. Now, can you revise clause 7 of Caro? Clause 7. Actually, you should write like this. Clause 7 has both A and B. A has undisputed dues. B has disputed. Undisputed dues, when will you report, guys? If it is outstanding for outstanding for more than 6 months as on 31st March. When you see as on 31st March, it should be more than 6 months. So can you say which date should come to your mind? 31st March, 6 months back you should take. So 30th September or before. Okay, 1st October or before. Sorry, 1 day difference, sorry. Okay, 1st October or 30th September or before. Now can you say? 23rd September. Will you report this? Say yes or no. Income Tax Department, due. Answer is no. Why? It is not outstanding, it is paid. GST, it's only on 4th October. You will report only if it is 30th September or before, or 1st October or before. So dated, not 6 months or more. Will you report this 21st and it's still outstanding? You will report. This no. Provident Fund, 11th October. Will you report? Answer is no. Why? Not 6 months. 6 months is 1st October or 30th of September. So only which one will you report, guys? This one. So answer is your 0.9, right? Answer is D. Very good. That's right. So this part is relevant for question 6. It is like this, search the relevant part in the exam also. Okay. Don't miss any of the relevant part of the question, case study. Can I proceed? Seventh one, please. Mr. Rajat is permitted to hold life insurance agent. Which one came to your mind? Holding of life insurance agent, loss assessor, a liquidator, receiver. Which one came to your mind? NCS. Not exactly. ESB. Not exactly. Kuda, you guys should have clarity on which all are there in clause, which all are there in ESB, which all are there in section, which all are there in guidelines. Very good. See, loss assessor, life insurance agent, all these are there under 1111. Liquidator, receiver, loss assessor, life insurance agent for renewal commission. It is there under 1111. Engages. Either general permission or special permission. Can someone say? It's not ethical. It's not ESB. But for loss assessor, liquidator, receiver, for renewal commission, it's general permission. So answer is A. Now I feel few of you have missed this. Now please learn under 1111. Anyone wants to say regulation number? Regulation number. Which regulation number? Very good. 190A. That's correct. Very good. 190A. This is generally permitted. So answer is A, not specific. Not this one. So can I go to the last question of this case scenario? Polam. Come on, guys. 8. Based on the facts of the case, which of the following best reflects auditor's obligation regarding the engagement letter? Engagement letter. Essay. In fact, this particular essay is not there as such in the material, but you have to learn. Very good. Engagement letter. Engagement. Essay 210. For recurring audit, you need to give engagement letter when there are significant changes. മാറ്റങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ changes irunda whenever there are significant changes. New engagement letter is mandatory as 2 out of 5 directors have retired. So there's a 5 directors, 2 directors change, 3 are same. New engagement letter is mandatory as shareholding is changed by 5%, 95 is same. New engagement is not required as none of the changes affect audit. Auditor should consider revising the terms since management requested increasing in audit coverage from 60 to 90. Which is apt over here, guys. If you want to see the question, where is the question? I think it is here. Watch out. 2 director changed, 5%, 90 to 60. See, only 2 changed, 3 are same. So fine. Only 5% changed, 95 same. See, there is a changes in scope of audit. Whenever there is a changes in scope or terms, it should be revised. So answer is D. So if you see, there is a mixture of questions. This is chapter number, internal audit, na? Chapter number 16. This is chapter number 7, audit report. This is again audit report. This is PE professional ethics. And this is essay 210, which is general. Are you clear? And I wanted to give one piece of advice. I think while discussing RTP also I've given the same piece of advice. I don't know how many of you have listened to that. Many of you said we have left bank audit. Where is that girl? So then I said, even though you have left bank audit, there are few things you should be careful. One, advances. Second thing is calculation of. Do you remember calculation of yes, very good. You remember the RTP had a question on this. Even MTP is having a question. So please, even though you are yet to study bank audit or whatever it is, please study carefully the calculation of DTL. I've guided you, so please be careful. Again, a question on DTL. What is DTL? Demand time liabilities. Now let me know how you will answer. Okay, this is a case scenario. So let's go directly to the question. Okay, the question, can you read? A lot of things. Question number 9. Read, guys. Items in the serial number have been wrongly included or excluded in the computation of demand and time liabilities. I think I've shown you that day. Some items are included, some items are excluded. Hello, can you reply? I think I showed, right? Some are included, some are excluded. Study carefully with concept what is included and what is excluded. You will get it correctly. Okay. Now say. While calculating the DTL is demand time liabilities, net credit balance in the branch adjustment accounts is excluded. See, can you guess? When you calculate the demand time liability, the net credit balance in branch, whether it is branch or other, it should be include or exclude. Credit balance means it's also a liability. It should be included. Whereas they excluded, it is wrong. Amount received from quote receiver. Received. We have to receive. So it's not liability. We have to receive. So it should be excluded. They have wrongly included. That's also wrong. Next, ECGC by revoking guarantee. So again, it is received. It should be excluded, not liability. They have excluded. This is correct. See, what we have to check which is wrong. So this is correct. This wrong, this correct. Now what? The inward remittance received. It are received, excluded. Received on behalf of customers. Wait. You didn't read full. Received not for us. We have received on behalf of customers, not us. So is it a liability? Yes. We have received on behalf of not our, on behalf of customers. So it's a liability, na? We did not receive on behalf of customers only. So it should be included. They have included. Provision for income tax. It's not part of demand and time liability. See, for a bank, demand and time liability will not include provision. So this should be excluded. See, what is demand and time liability? That doesn't include the provision. So which are wrong? 1 wrong, then 2 wrong, then 5. Correct? So which is the option? 1, 2, 5. Answer is D. And I just go through the list of inclusions and exclusions. It's there. And even if you apply the concept, you'll get 90% of the items. And can you give me a proceed to the next one? Okay, proceed. D. Yeah, answer is D. Next, 10th. Whether classification of advances and income recognition by Goodworth Brand Limited is correct. Can you go in search of where is this Goodworth bank? Oh, this is the bank. Okay. During the audit, you can read now. During the audit, Rajesh and Co. also observed one large account bank has no recovery of principal or interest for past 15 months. If it is no recovery for past 15 months, more than 90 days, actually it should be what? More than 90 days, it should be NPA. Bank has not applied the income recognition and the NPA norms. When queried, they said it was guaranteed by central government. Now, can you reply? If it is guaranteed by central government, what is the difference? For asset classification, it will be dash. For income recognition, it will be dash. Can you split and say? For asset classification, it will be considered as still performing. Whereas for income recognition, it will be considered like NPA, meaning it will be recognized only on cash basis. For asset, it is performing, income, it is NPA. Will the same apply if it is state government? Answer is no. This exemption is only if it is central government. Are you clear? Now this is for question number 10. Can you please read? The bank is correct in not classifying advance as NPA. But interest should be recognized, shall not be recognized unless actually received. Seems to be correct. Bank is not correct in not classifying as NPA. Since guarantee does not affect. If it is central government guarantee, it affects. Bank is correct in both classifying as asset as well as income. Should classify as NPA after 90 days overdue. Can you reply which is correct? Since it is central government, it is not NPA. However, income should be on cash basis. So the answer is A. Are you clear? A. 11th one, can we go? Okay. Would auditor's conclusion change if the same has remained overdue if it was guaranteed by state government instead of central government? See, we said, if it is guaranteed by state, the answer would change. There is no exemption. So what they say, if it is central and state, it's same. No, for central government only this exemption, for state no exemption. Yes, but for income recognition, it would change while asset classification is unchanged. Correcta, incorrecta? This option is incorrect. Why? For state government, asset will be NPA. Since special exemption is not available to state government, account is NPA. No, the account is classified NPA only if there is a revocation. So answer is very good. C. No exemption for state. So all these questions are from bank auditor. Okay. Next. Whether Rajesh and Co can accept stock audit assignment. Stock audit assignments. I think it is ethics, professional ethics. Now can you say stock audit? Where in ethics it comes? Is it in ESB? Is it in council? Is it in clause? Is it in section? If you are the auditor of a bank, you cannot accept the stock auditor. Very good. It is in ESB. Correct. ESB, very good. Now, before you go, I think you have to go to the question. Here. Question number where 12. Additionally, Rajesh is offered the stock audit of sister concern of Goodworth branch for this year. 23-24 branch audit of Borivali branch and Dardar branch. I will pause for 30 seconds. You read this and I will show you the option. Can you say which is the answer? Then I will discuss. See, you are appointed as auditor for 23-24 and you got the stock audit of all these branches. Now, can you say it can accept stock audit of Dardar branch and Borivali branch? It can accept the assignment of only Dardar. It can accept stock audit of sister concern. Can accept stock audit of sister concern only. Ma'am, everything seems to be timer is running. Come on. In the ESB decision, what they say, in the ESB decision, they say stock audit should not be accepted of that branch, that bank for that year, including the sister concerns. So if you are the auditor for the 23-24 financial year, assume A bank. You should not accept the stock audit of A bank, its branches, even its sister concerns for the year. Can you accept for the next year? Reply. 23-24, you should not accept for the bank, the branch, the sister concern. But can you accept for the next year? Answer is yes. So, here, you are the auditor for which year, guys? 23-24. So, you should not accept 23-24 this. But this branch, the other branch is only in the year 24-25. Can you accept this? Yes. Why it is only in the next year? This branch, for the same year, can you accept? No. Can you accept sister concern? No. So answer is only which branch? B. Why? Because of the year. The more question you solve logically, more you study the concept also. That's why without saying, I'm even saying the provision. I hope it's clear. Kanmanis, are we okay? No rest. After finishing MCQ, I'll give you 2 minutes rest. Can you go to case study 3? Andaman and Nicobar, that came to my eyes first, whatever it is. So let's, no rest. Now, can you go to the question directly? 13. The audit team has asked you about Binami transaction. Hey, when you hear about Binami, what will come to your mind? Binami. Binami. Caro. Which clause? Clause 1. Now, I think you have to read the case study, okay? Where is Binami? The company is holding a property in the name in Andaman and Nicobar where land is registered in another person's name. The property is in dispute for last 20 years. This is a major plant and critical factor. 80% of the revenue is derived. So it's in name of another. Now, The audit team has come across transaction where companies enjoying property-free rent. Audit team is of the opinion that provisions of Binami prohibition might apply. This should be evaluated under CARO reporting. So there is some issue. Now can you say which is the answer? No requirement for the auditor to report about the transactions. As the auditor is not sure about the transaction, did not gather proper, he can ignore. Use the rule out technique. When you read this option itself, how can you ignore rule out? Next, auditor need to obtain additional evidence. He needs to assess the situation to see the impact as per SA 250 law. He should consider the seriousness of the same, even though it is not required to be reported under CARO. Auditor needs to report the matter under CARO. Which is the answer? Okay, I have ruled out B. Now you sit and rule out which one and say the answer. I am waiting. Why I am getting two answers? I got D and A. Can I ask you one thing? What is CARO clause 1E? Hello, I am asking you what is CARO clause 1E? What they say, whether company has been initiated proceedings. Is there any proceedings against the company? Very good. Is there any proceedings against the company under Binami Prohibitions Act? Hello, is there any proceedings? No. See, CARO clause 1, you will report if there is a proceeding. There is no proceedings. So, no reporting under CARO. But still. Okay, no proceedings under CARO. So, you need not report under CARO. But still, shouldn't you see SA 250? It's an illegal thing. Shouldn't you see its implications? How it will affect? Because PPA is something which affects the FS. So the best answer is C. You guys said A and D. No, it's C. Are you clear? Mark that. CARO is always specific. Sure. 14th. Where is 14th? The audit team has asked you about the implication of dispute on property, plant and equipment, whether additional consideration reporting on the same. Say, there are a lot of things. See, in another person's name, there is huge cost, fixed asset, impossible. So they're asking, we'll directly go to the option and then come back. Okay. Okay. The dispute on account of PP is a civil case, or the other company may face such consequences, no audit procedure. See, use rule out. If there is a dispute in PPE, civil case, you need not be concerned. How? PP is something which affects FS, you also should consider. SA 250, it may be adverse impact in FS. So not A. Property, plant and equipment is in dispute. Company has to incur huge cost to identify ideal plant. Thus, it may incur material uncertainty on company's side as to going concern. He need to report same. However, he need not report under CARO. Let's see towards the end. Property, plant and equipment under dispute. The auditor needs to report as a key audit matter. Disclose the same in the audit report in notes to accounts in a single line. However, need not report under CARO. The major line of business is from factory. You saw na 80% or something like that. Okay. Auditor has to assess implications over going concern. What if company loses? It should report under 143(3). Whether it has an adverse effect on functioning, it also needs to be reported as per CARO. Whether you know section 143(3), I think it's clause F. Whether adverse effect on functioning of the company, which is the correct option. At a PP, whether there is any case, whether it is there, it has to be said. So, which is the point? The best option, you say. See, disclosure. The best option. Anyway, we ruled out A. Yes, you may think all are correct, but the best option is D because of this section 143(3)(F. Adverse effect on functioning of the company. Okay. Last question. Over. See, whenever you are thinking more than one answer, choose the most appropriate one. Last one. The audit team has raised a question over hiring international brand ambassador for an Indian product, raise concerns of the contract of the same. I think company is hiring some international ambassador. Where is that? See, company is going to hire an international ambassador. See, brand ambassador they are going to hire. Auditor has no role to play as selection of brand ambassador and running the business's management. Auditor needs to go through agreement. Auditor needs to inform central government as it constitutes serious violation. Auditor should assess integrity of management. As per SA 250 consideration of law, auditor should see and also report the implications. Auditor needs to qualify the report. Which one? Let us think logically. If a company is going to hire a brand ambassador, what will you do? How much payment they are going to pay? Whether there is any agreement? What will you see? You'll just check the agreement and the payment terms. So answer is A. So that's it, guys. How was it? See, I have not just discussed simply A, B, C. I've said, see, here SA 250, no, central government reporting is only in case of fraud 143(12). Qualify the report, that's in the end stage. See, I've been discussing all these questions, not just simply by saying A, B, C. I thought once you have joined, once you have come, you should be able to benefit. So I've been saying why it is this option, why not other. I hope this was okay for you.
Hello, good evening. So welcome back. So we have already completed our RTP for the May 26. We have completed MTP 1 and now we are here to discuss MTP 2, mainly the MCQ first. Now let's go quickly without delay to the MCQ. So for those who have joined now, I'm just saying once more, this is MTP 2, okay? Mock text paper second for the upcoming May 26th examination. So guys, like in the exam, we have to finish in the deadline of 30 minutes. Maybe because we are discussing now, maybe we will extend up to 40 minutes. Okay, so keep replying. Let's interact. Let's learn. Okay, so starting with the first case scenario. So as usual, they have given a big passage. Now, based on the passage, they have framed the questions. So first, can you read the questions? Read. Okay. company got a show cause notice from the State Pollution Control Board. As per SA 250, auditor shall perform audit procedure to help identify instances of non-compliance with other laws and regulations that may have material effect on the FS. As the audit team of the company became aware of the information concerning instances of non-compliance with law, what would not be the procedure to be performed? And so basically, when you read this question itself, this question is relating to, and our question itself says, this question is relating to essay 250. So in this, what they are asking, which is not an audit procedure. Out of this, which is not an audit procedure. So best is to do rule out technique whenever you get like this. Can you read and let me know which is the answer which comes to your mind? Understand the nature of the act, circumstances which has occurred, obtain information to analyze the effect. See, if you see essay 250, one of the main procedure is to obtain understanding about the AFRF, about the law, how it will affect the FS. Second, discuss the matter with the management if they provide or if they do not provide sufficient and appropriate information, the effect. Discussing with the management. Evaluate the implications of non-compliance in relation to the other aspects, including the risk assessment, reliability of representation. So you obtain written representation from management and TCWG. Monitoring the legal requirement, compliance with the code, ensuring the operating procedures are designed to assist in prevention. So can you reply which is not the procedure? A, B, C, D. See, best is to use rule out technique. Anyway, you have to understand. Okay. Then, discussing with the management is also your part. Now, is it C or D? And those who have studied essay 250, can you please take out essay 250, our class notes, and please see? In our class notes, we have written very specifically one thing. We have written two things now: management responsibility and auditor's responsibility. Don't you remember? Management responsibility is to see what are the AFRF, then you have to design the internal control, maintain register, develop the code, monitor. See, monitoring the legal requirements, developing the code of conduct, ensuring this is responsibility of whom, guys? This is responsibility of management. There are around 6 points. Do you remember that? Can you see? Whereas evaluating is mainly auditor's responsibility. This is management responsibility. So answer is D. Why D? Because it is responsibility of management. So answer is D. So even if you don't remember that, if you rule out, you will get the answer. And if one is clear, can you say 2? Come on, let's proceed to second question. Now second one. So that was from essay 250, okay? Essay 250 is basically from chapter number 2. Now next, company has made accounting estimate for allowance of debtors. Some financial statements items cannot be measured precisely, can only be estimated. The nature and reliability of information available to management to support the making of accounting estimate varies widely, which thereby affects the degree of estimating uncertainty associated with estimates. Please advise which among the following may have higher uncertainty. See, as per essay 540, again, essay 540 is there in chapter number 3. Okay, in essay 540, we say accounting estimate is subject to EU, estimation uncertainty. Some accounting estimates are subject to high uncertainty. Some accounting estimates are subject to low uncertainty. High risk, low risk. Here they are asking which accounting estimate is subject to high risk. Here we have written in two boxes. Some are high risk, some are low risk. Can you select which is high risk? Estimates made for inventory obsolescence that are frequently made. Judgments about outcome of a pending litigation. Model used to measure the estimates is well known. Assumptions that is observable in the market. Estimates for provisions for doubtful debts, which where the results of auditors' review of similar estimates is made in the prior. And out of these four, which has high risk? SIDA, frequently made, so risk is low. Frequency is more, so risk is low. Now, well known, if it is well known, you have more information, risk is low. Similar, prior period, you have more experience, risk is low. See, pending litigation means it depends upon the court, legal case. So, this is risk high. So, this is from essay 540, chapter 3. So, can we proceed to 3? Okay, next one. The company has availed some loan. Say, Caro, I guess, yes. As I've told you earlier also, most of the exams, some way or the other, maybe in descriptive, maybe in MCQ, maybe in a case study, some way or other Caro is there. So be careful with Caro. Company has availed some amount of loan for new plant and machinery. Availed, company has availed the loan. Out of the total loan sanctioned, 40 lakhs were earmarked for purchase of machinery, spice grinder, but company has acquired a improved model of machinery, spice grinder mixture instead. State which reporting option would be correct. Before you select the option or read the option, can you say which option of Caro or which clause of Caro you would report? Hello. See, I've told you already many times, loan given loan taken Here, loan is availed. If loan given, it is clause 3. Here, loan availed taken. So, it is clause 9. Clause 9, there are 6 A, B, C, D, E, F. 6 things is there. So where you will see whether it has been utilized, short term, long term, whether used for the purpose, lot of things are there. Will full default up. Here, 40 lakhs for machinery, they acquired some other model. So clause 9 of Caro, this is related to chapter 7, reporting. Caro. Now you read and say which is the answer. Correct. Loan is taken. State the fact in Caro that out of the loan, 40 lakhs was not utilized. Ask the management to change the terms and condition of loan. Report under Caro if management does not agree with the demand. State the fact in Caro report that loan taken has been applied for the purpose. State the fact in Caro report that loan taken has not been applied for which it was sanctioned. Also qualify the report. Qualify means as per essay 705 to issue qualified opinion. Now can you please reply whether answer is A or B or C or D or? Hello, which is your answer? See, loan has been taken for machinery. They have purchased machinery. See, instead of this model, they purchase another model. See, they did not misuse or they did not utilize for another purpose. They used it for the said purpose only. So, answer is C. Ma'am, why to report? Caro 21 clauses are mandatory even if it is favorable. So Caro clauses, if it is applicable, Caro if applicable, even if it is satisfied, you have to report. Unutilized or utilized, it should be reported. See, this is outside your scope. You cannot ask the management to change. No, they did not misuse or they did not misuse. You need not qualify. Just that they utilize for improved model, but they utilize for machinery only. So answer is C. Can we go to the next one? Hey, I don't know how many of you remember this. This question I have discussed in our group. That time, many of you had asked me doubt why. Same question they have put. If you can say, let me know. Because reading itself, I don't understand because many times we have discussed this. Though the company had significant growth in the past years, it has not done well over the last 2 years. As per SA 570, there are certain events or conditions that individually or collectively cause significant doubt about going concern. In order to assess whether Give Limited is going concern, which following procedure should not be performed? Anyone who remembers this? Which of the four procedures should not be performed? Perform cheyyanda, panna vendam. Yes, we have already discussed this, but still, let's discuss once more. Analyze and discuss cash flow with the previous years with projected accounts. Enquiry with the legal counsel regarding existence of litigation. Evaluating future plans. Analyze and discuss with the company to find out whether installation of new plant and machinery to reduce cost. Answer please. Now, if you make it wrong, which is the answer? Which need not be performed. It is SA 570, so it is chapter number 6. Wow, my kids are saying correct answer. Wow, I'm happy. So yeah. You're correct. You're correct. Very good. That's right. Answer is A. So for anyone who's hearing for the first time, let me explain why. Others, you already know. See, inquiring regarding the legal cases, legal matters is a other indicator. We have financial, operational, and other events and condition. This is an other. So outcome is a future. Litigation's outcome is a future. It may affect going concern. Management plan regarding future. See, one of the procedure is evaluate management future plan of action feasible. Now, new plant and machinery, you have to seek information about the upcoming events. You have to obtain further information, subsequent events. Reducing cost is something in future. Whereas here, discussing cash flow with the previous years, say previous is something which has already taken place. There is, see, going concern is something which is associated with future. There is no point in postmortem doing. So no point to assess whether company is going concern, future should be seen, not checking the past. So that's why not a procedure is A. I hope that's clear now. We have discussed many times. So answer is A. So mark it, guys. I've seen this question here and there. Only thing, options are almost the same. Order is different. Okay. I think that's the last question of the first case scenario. Okay. The company in the notes accompanying the FS disclose existence of a suit filed against the company in full details. Based on the evidence obtained, it is necessary to draw attention of the matter presented in the FS by clear additional communication that there is an uncertainty relating to future outcome. In this situation, which of the following reporting option would be correct? For fundamental understanding of reader. See, without even reading the option, please say the answer. To draw users' understanding to a matter, fundamental understanding of FS. where you have to state emphasis of matter para, basis for adverse, basis for disclaimer, emphasis. So to invite users' attention, where guys you have to state it is under EOMP. Now A or D, which is correct. Both options says about EOMP, which is more apt. Answer is D. Why D? Because here they say issue a qualified opinion. No, 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 no. So here it is D. Emphasis of matter para. Then you will refer describe. You notice something? We did not read the passage. For the exam, don't take the risk. Always keep an eye on the passage. So if case study 1 is clear, can we go to the case study 2, guys? Hello. Similar question I've seen, it's a repeat question. Similar question I've seen earlier in ICI mock. Okay, let's solve. Where is it? Okay, first question. Let the case study take rest. Let's go to the question directly. Before signing the tax audit report, CAP sent a registered post to the previous auditor and obtained a posted acknowledgement. Will CAP be guilty of professional misconduct? Ada, you saw where is CAP? Here CAP. You see CAP is here for question 6. Accepted the appointment within 2 days. Commence the audit within 2 days of appointment. Since the client was in a hurry, he started. After commencing, he communicated. Now say, without looking into the option, say guilty. Which clause? Don't look at the answer. Which clause? See, they say communication should be first in writing through 4 modes: RPD, email, by hand, UDIN portal. So clause 8, 1, 2. Clause 8, part 1, first schedule. So guilty. Because they communicated after accepting, before you should have. So the answer is, as per clause 8, part 1, first schedule, not guilty. Clause 8, part 1, first schedule, guilty. Clause 8, part 1, first schedule, not guilty. Clause 8, part 1, second schedule, guilty. So clearly the answer is B for boy. Okay. Yeah, option B. Next one. Guys, go to 7. With respect to the fees charged for new assignment, which option can be opted? Where is the new assignment? This should be the new assignment, I guess. Here. For question number 7, na? Yeah, question number 7. Upon hearing the efficient services, they were approached by a cooperative society. The firm agreed to offer the following: charge fees based on percentage or fee of 9501. See, percentage of fees. Which clause came to your mind? Percentage. Charging fees based on percentage or contingent upon findings. Which clause came to your mind? Clause 10, part 1, first schedule. Don't you remember 10.1.1? 10.1.1. Yeah. As per regulation number, can you say which regulation number? Cooperative society, evaluation for direct taxes, certain MCS, cost optimization. As per regulation number 192, these are exempt. So for cooperative society, you can charge fee based on percentage. So only one na, this one, or only two are, either of 1 and 2 are, neither are. See, for a cooperative society, anything can be done. So answer is C. If it was not a cooperative society, then which would have been the answer? Can you say if it is a company, it's a sada company, not a society, then which would you opt as the answer? In that case, if it was not a cooperative society, then it would be only 9501. You can't charge fee based on percentage. Then it would be B. That's right. Regulation number. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, here the answer is C, since it's a cooperative society. Next one. As per Chartered Accountants Act 1949, which clause O will be liable for misconduct? Now, where is O? Can you go in search of O? I think here is the O. Question 8. 8, na? O provides management consultancy and other services. O also awarded Best Speaker of the Year in recognition of contribution from Institute. Later on, O posted his framed photograph in the website, wherein he was receiving the award from Institute. But a photograph was framed and put it in the website. Website. Ayyo, without thinking second time. Website means which clause? Website should have only passport style. Don't think second time if it is website. It is clause 6, part 1, first schedule 611. Say 911. Let's revise. What is 911? 911 is without ascertaining compliance of section 139, 140, etc. Clause 8, part 1, second schedule. 812. What is 812, guys? Without, fails to obtain sufficient info. 712. What is 712? Does not exercise due care. Am I correct? It's okay. It's okay. So here it is website. So the answer is first one. Yes. I was just revising the other 3 clauses. Not needed. I was just revising. But all these questions were relating to professional ethics, our chapter number 19. Okay, last question of the case. Come on. Last question. PO and Associates sought direct assistance of CA Tom, internal auditor, as stated in the above case. Advise whether he is permitted to do so with relevant standards on auditing. See, internal auditor standards. Which essay should come to your mind? And when you hear about internal auditor and standards, then it is essay 610. Are we correct? It is essay 610. You remember, you can seek direct assistance, external auditor. It's not 600 Kuta. 600 is principal auditor, another auditor. It is 610. So, yeah. So, you can seek the assistance of internal auditor except in 4 areas. You cannot seek in high judgment, risky areas where internal auditor has been already involved, decision to be taken by external. So can you read the option? Tom cannot assist. Now who's from Tom? Tom is internal auditor. Tom cannot assist PU associate in assembling information necessary to resolve exception. However, PO associates can ask assistants to evaluate significant accounting estimate risky matter. See, Tom is the internal auditor, PO associate is external. Here they say, for assembling the information, he cannot assist, but for significant matter like judgment, risky matter, he can assist. Correcta, incorrecta? Can you reply? See, answer should be ulta. It should have been ulta. So answer is incorrect. Now say the next one. PU associates can ask Tom for direct assistance in evaluating significant estimate risk. No, 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 no. You cannot ask assistance in significant estimates risk. No. Associates cannot ask direct assistance regarding significant accounting estimates, assessing risk, and in assembling. PU associates cannot ask Tom for assistance regarding significant estimate and risk. However, can ask assistance in assembling info. C or D, the correct option. In assembling the information, it's a routine area which requires low risk or low judgment. So in that, you can seek assistance. So the answer is D. So that's from essay 610. Yeah, essay 610 is chapter 3. 3 and also chapter 16, it's there. How can we go to the next case scenario? Da? Next case scenario, I'm seeing tier 1 capital, tier 2 capital. Yeah, DTL. I don't know how many of you followed. In RTP, there was a question of DTL. In MTP 1, there was a question of DTL. Then here also question of DTL. I want you to learn DTL calculations. Let's solve together. Ba, ba, ba. Unless you say ready, I won't start. Why you should have all the fun? Come on, say ready, na? Tier 1 capital, tier 2 capital. Which chapter, da? Tier 1, tier 2. You NBFC audit. Chapter 14. BTL, bank audit. Let's go to the question and come back. Based on the facts given in para 2, you are required to compute demand and time liability DTL. I think I've shown you this book in RTP discussion. So have my book. See, while calculating, and I'm not here to teach, I'm just here to discuss, but still I'm just guiding you. See, while calculating the demand and time liability, there are certain items that should be excluded. You have a list. Then there are certain liabilities that should be included. You have a list. Now you have to learn this. Now, when you learn also conceptually, logically, you can learn. Okay. So this list I've shown you from my material. Let that list be here. Go back to the case study. Para 2. And I want your help. Where is para 2? Can someone guide? Here para 2. Demand and time liability balance. It is 50,000 crore. Which included, see, 50,000, they have already included this much. So what you have to correctly calculate, whether they should have included this or not, you have to say. And those who know, please reply. Others, you can hear. When you calculate this, paid up capital, and already in 50,000, all these are included. Now, if you think it should have been excluded, what you have to do? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഇതൊന്നും ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യണ്ടായിരുന്നു എങ്കിൽ മൈനസ് ചെയ്യണ്ടേ உங்களுக்கு ஃபீல் ஆகுது இதெல்லாம் இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணக்கூடாது அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணணும் 50,000 மைனஸ் பண்ணணும் if you feel that it should have been excluded what you have to do you have to minus it from 50,000 that's what we are going to do you have to reduce see exclusion list see paid up capital should be excluded credit balance and P&L account should be excluded. See, all these not liability. Da. Think logically. Are these liability? Loan taken. Now this is RBI. Loan taken from RBI, refinance, Exim Bank, NABARD, etc. should be excluded. Now can you see? If you feel it is exclude, say exclude. If you feel it is include, say include. Okay? Let's learn together. Paid up capital at a demand time liability. Paid up capital include or exclude? It should be excluded. So from 50,000, okay, I will minus 27,000. Exclude. Now reserves. Again, see, reserves. Reserves, it's nothing part of liability. Again, it should be, yeah, excluded. Finally, someone calculate for me, reserves. After that, credit balance in P&L account. See, P&L account credit balance is like another reserves. It's credit balance in P&L account. You saw? Again, it should be excluded. Okay, I'm minusing it. Loan taken from RBI, Exim Bank, NHB. You saw this? Loan taken from RBI, NHB, Exim, NABARD. So what you should do, guys, these two, it should be, see, demand and time liability means something which we have taken from the public as, deposits, not our loans. So that should be excluded. 575 and 480. Now, part amount recovered from the borrowers in respect of bad debts. It is recovered from. It is something which is recovered from bad debts. That should be again excluded, na? Okay. This we have done in RTP also. Net credit balance in branch adjustment account. Whether it is branch adjustment account or not, it's a credit balance, something you have to pay back. So it's a liability which should be included. They have already included. Now don't sit and plus. And don't plus, sir. It's already included. If you double plus, it will be duplicate. Interest accrued but not accounted. Accrued but not accounted. It's a liability. So that should be also included. Margins. This also I've said in the MTP 1, I guess. Margin means something which is kept away. Okay. So that should be included or excluded. Margins. See, margins, it should be again excluded. Can someone take a calculator and minus from 50,000 all these things and say, see, how much the answer you got? Hello, are someone doing? Thank you. You got 18,880. So these two, why you didn't add? Because it's already included. Don't again add. So now can you check the answer? Answer is option A. I know many of you would that day told me that bank audit you did not study. At least by now, I think discussed RTP, MTP, and I've shown you this also. So by now, I think you would have understood how to deal. Can I get a reply? Okay. Now, can you go to the next one? Keeping in view of the information in para 2, identify which layer APP Limited would follow. APP? Layer, top layer, upper layer, middle layer. NBFC. They asked you to go for which para? Para 3. Para 3. Yes. Yeah, para 3. Thanks. See, APP has accepted deposit. See, you remember base layer non-deposit accepting. Once they have accepted deposit, which layer it will come? Either in the middle layer or in the upper layer. Now, housing, finance, infrastructure, all these will not come in the base layer, it will come in the middle layer. Upper layer, top 10 based on the market value, etc. So here they did not give like that. Okay. So answer is which layer it should come? Answer is middle layer. It has standalone primary dealers are always, those who do standalone primary dealers are always in middle layer. So answer is middle layer. I've told you while taking NBFC, you can expect some kind of MCQ questions from layers. Okay, last question, I guess, in the case scenario. Yes. Keeping in the view of para 4, where is para 4? In the performance audit, which of the following is not a part of audit design metrics? Even without that, you can say. See, think logically. Performance audit of PSU, which is not part of audit design metrics, which is not part of audit design metrics. Audit evidence are audit program, audit questions are audit data collections are analysis method are, which is not a part of audit design metrics. See, in audit design metrics, you will design what information to be collected, to whom question to be asked, what data you need. So answer is audit program. Audit program is a separate thing. Is it A or B, guys? B, na? Audit program will be a separate thing, right? So audit design metrics, you will decide what evidence you need. Okay. And also with that, case study is over. Now 3 individual MCQ. Can we proceed? Hello, 13. I think this is ethics. Messrs. PT and Co, a firm of chartered accountant, engages Rahul, who's not a chartered accountant, to assess administrative coordination, client communication and license. The firm pays him the portion of the professional receipts. Rahul does not possess any qualification. Very easy. Pays. A chartered accountant firm pays. What's the answer, da? Permissible? Guilty as per clause 3 part 1, clause 2 part 1, permissible if disclosed. So keyword, guys, pay means it's always clause 2 part 1 first schedule. So answer is, yeah, C. That's chapter 19, ethics. Next one. Okay. During the due diligence review, reviewer Mr. Vardhaman assessed the business feasibility to evaluate whether current business would be more beneficial in future. The management of Alex Limited, however, did not understand the perspective and contended that reviewer has no power for business feasibility. Due diligence, you go for SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Not only that, you see 7 areas, what you call financial, operational, legal, tax, all those. Here they say you cannot see business feasibility. Contention correcta, incorrecta. Reviewer says he has to review. Answer is reviewer's point is correct. So which is the correct option, can you say? Contention of management was correct. Reviewer was correct as due diligence covers assessment of business feasibility as well. Reviewer was correct as due diligence covers business feasibility. However, company was doing business for decades. It would not been carried out by reviewer. Management was correct. No, management is wrong. A B or C are correct. But if company is carrying out for a long time, then why they appointed reviewer? Even though company is doing for the long decades, still reviewer can see. So answer is B or C. Hello. Answer is why C, guys? Why all of you are saying C? Why? Why my kids are saying C? Look, however, as company was doing the business, reviewer should not have been seen. So what the option says is company കുറെ കാലങ്ങളായിട്ടുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് റിവ്യൂവർ നോക്കണ്ടാന്ന്. Company ரொம்ப வருஷமா இருக்கிறதுனால reviewer பார்க்க வேண்டாம். Since company is there for long run, reviewer need not see. Then why feasibility is how to do SWOT analysis by reviewer? Even though it's there for a long run, you still have to review. So answer is B. Now, digital auditing, I guess, wire transfer, fund transfer, confidential, I guess. Yes. Digital audit, chapter 12. Can you please read and say the answer, Da? Last one, winding up. Credit Corporation and NBFC has established email-based approval process for urgent fund transfers. During the course of audit, it was observed that MD received a highly confidential and a MD, while it received to be appeared from a chairman for immediate authorization. It was fraudulent. This is an example of, you remember those who have attended, I've told you, smishing, Esther through SMS, wishing through voice, spear and wailing. Spear means small, S is for small, small employees. W, whale, big employees. See, who got the mail? Mail is received by the MD, top level, big employees. So it is not voice message, it is not message also. So answer is, wow, very good. Answer is whale. Answer is C. So that's it, guys. Thank you for your patient listening. And my humble advice is kindly go through that detailed calculation. I don't know. It might be asked. So I feel you need a little bit more clutch on that. And that's it. Thank you.